William James articulated the importance of finding the real me and bringing that into focus. He said, seek out that particular mental attribute which makes you feel most deeply and vitally alive, along which comes the inner voice which says, this is the real me. And when you have found that attitude, follow it.
You know, ever since Hudson was very young, he's always been afraid of the water. There were many things that he's been afraid of, and that sort of consumed, I think, his, I think childhood in some ways. Is this fear of water, this fear of dogs, this fear of insects. But then this year, I think, things just came together for him. And on top of that, learning about character strengths and Jennifer identifying that he has shown bravery just caused like a reaction. I think it's really because of learning about his character strengths and seeing himself in a more positive way, I think has helped him to relax and you know, and realize that he can open his mind, I guess. And
it sounds like he's become more of a risk taker, too.
Yes. He's less fearful. He believes in himself more.
And what strengths do you use? Which character strengths do you feel like you use to help you solve problems?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. How do you use forgiveness to help you solve problems?
Like other people do something bad to me, and then I like, it's okay, like that.
Like you just say it's okay,
Yeah.
like that.
It's always been about, you know, what's wrong with you. So you have this weird picture of who you are because of what other people have said, well, this is who you are. And so you've never, I mean, for me, I've never really formulated my true core person. I thought I knew who I was, but not really, because I've had so many other, you know, people telling me, well, this is, you know, just, I guess, giving, you know, their perception of who I am, and for me, just sort of believing what I hear. And so I took my VIA. There were, you know, strains in my VIA that kind of confused me. And so when he explained it to me, it started becoming more, you know, a whole lot more sense to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, I do understand it. And so that to me, I think this whole process that I've gone through in the last month and a half has done great wonders for just really opening up my eyes and really truly understanding and having a better sense of who I am, because I think I've pretty much suppressed that all my life because, you know, of just having people telling me, well, this is who you are, or this is what you should think, or this is how you should behave. And so with that, I just never really, you know, really formulated my person until, I don't know, it's just kind of weird, until last month. It became, I think for me, became real when things were written down on paper and you're like, oh, that's really who I am. And it's been kind of interesting. It's been a kind of a transformation for me in a more of internal into external life, into a, you know, sort of growing out of myself and really allowing those strains to really come out into play and not feel like I have to suppress that. That's who I am and should be proud of that, you know. So yeah, it's definitely been a huge eye opener for me.